Welcome. Welcome to the Door3 podcast. I want to have a conversation today about something that I heard on another podcast. The guy was talking about LeBron James, and I guess LeBron James did an interview and was asked how much influence that Michael Jordan had on him. And if I can remember correctly, the guy said that, the guy said that LeBron James said that personally he didn't have a lot of influence because I don't think he knew him, and they definitely didn't play in the same era. But LeBron James' biggest influence was Jay-Z. Did you hear what I just said? LeBron James, NBA star basketball player, a physical specimen. His biggest influence was Jay-Z. Now listen, I don't know if Jay-Z or any of his cronies, saw this kid at 16 talking about, hey, he finna be the next great thing, man. Let's implant ourselves in this dude's life. Don't know. But Jay-Z was LeBron James' biggest influence. Let me give my opinion on that, and then I'm gonna tell you a story. So we all know the type of people Jay-Z and Beyonce and these people are. We know who they are. Now, if it was just about the music, I'm not into Jay-Z's type of music ever. I've never enjoyed one song he's put out. Never. I'm not a fan of that Jay-Z type music. I'm not. And I'm not saying rap music. I'm talking Jay-Z type music. I did like Beyonce's music. But if you just leave it at the music, cool. But I don't think it was Jay-Z's music that influenced LeBron James. I think it was Jay-Z, the lifestyle, the people, and the information. Listen, we heard this information in the '90s about Jay-Z and Beyonce and these folks being part of the Illuminati, being a part of the occult. He now has his hair like some African Medusa. I don't know. But I can only say hearing it is speculation. There's signs that these guys throw up that's a part of the occult and part of that evil demonic lifestyle. You had one guy who was actually he wasn't a part of Jay-Z and his music thing. I think he represented Rockaware, some kind of cleats and apparel the dude Rock doing when he played in the NFL, and he said he was notified, hey dude, some of the stuff you're doing, man, you don't want to do is part of the occult. He thought it was just part of being with Rockaware. So he had to find out from a third party that, hey, no, dude. So he said he separated himself from Jay-Z and that whole Rockaware stuff. I think it was Jay-Z's clothing line or whatever. So my point is, was he influenced by the music or was he influenced by Jay-Z's lifestyle? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about the money, dude. I've said this a million times. Jay-Z, him, what's the dude from Compton's Most Wanted? Both of them, or one of them, was the first rap billionaire or something like that. It ain't about the money. It's about the influence. And see, I don't care what rap artist you go back, pick it from the 80s and 90s. 90 to 95% of them were degenerates, dope dealers, rapists, criminals. You had some out there like Chubb Rock who wasn't on that. The guy with PM Dunn, he wasn't on that. You had some good ones out there, but the overwhelming majority were degenerates. And so was Jay-Z. He was a former dope dealer and rapist. And I'm not saying that like it ain't fact. It's known. And I think Dr. Dre is the one that was from Compton's Most Compton's Most Wanted. NWA, I'm sorry. NWA, not Compton's Most Wanted. My story is simply this. I can go back to the age of 5 and tell you the artists and the songs that I was influenced by. And it was mainly a little bit of country, a whole lot of pop, a whole lot of R&B, a little bit of rock, Michael Jackson, Prince, Lionel Richie. The list goes on and on and on. It was the music that influenced me. The majority of the music I listened to, I said from the age of 5 to the age of 25, they were all romantically inclined. If I had a little young chick I was interested in, I didn't go to my father, hey dad, how do I approach this girl? How do I do this? You know what I did? I put on Luther Vandross. I put on Freddie Jackson. I put on Keith Sweat. That's what I did. Their music influenced me in my romantic life, and that's just absolute fact. And I don't regret none of it. I don't. But the individuals, their lifestyles. I've never been one who chased stars. Never. I wasn't part of no fan clubs. I didn't go to no concerts. I listened to your music, whether it was on night tracks, on TV, or I went and bought your CD or cassette. But it was never a personal attachment, a personal influence. The people who influenced me, and I've told you this a million times in other shows, my father, other strong men, whether it was in school, whether it was in church, whether it was in the neighborhood, these were my personal influences. Was all imperfect? Hell no. But they were good men, good solid Christian men. And now, I'm in my 50s, and I reflect on all of that. You know who my greatest influence is? Was and is? Jesus Christ. I don't care who you are, how much money you got. To say that a degenerate rapper was your biggest influence, that's concerning. It really is. Because I know guys like myself with way more money than me will tell you very fast that those gentlemen I just mentioned were their biggest influence. And now, at this point in their life, just like myself, we all realize Jesus Christ was our greatest influence. My grandmama told me something when I was 3 years old that I've never forgot. She was like, because she was babysitting me that night. Wherever you go and whatever you do, Jesus is looking at you. I've never forgotten that. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Jesus is watching you. If you go to Walmart, Publix, Walgreens, what you got all around you, on the street, in the stores, on side of buildings? Cameras. Somebody's always watching you. But more importantly, Jesus Christ is watching you. That's why I can honestly say, doing something behind my parents' back or underhanded or low down and dirty towards somebody, I didn't care about that. I cared about Jesus Christ watching me and ordering my steps, ordering my every step. That means everything. And to this day, Don't matter if I'm by myself. Don't matter if I'm in a crowd. Don't matter if I'm on the street or in the building. Jesus is always watching me. So therefore, I will never do anything to let him down. Never. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about that, man. LeBron James said that Jay-Z was his biggest influence. Incredible. Incredible. But you know who our favorite influence is? Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we keep him first. And I'll see you next time.